The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.
Lauren Holly, how are you?
I'm great. I just love your headgear.
Oh,
Does
thank you so much.
everybody say that all the time?
They really do. They call it different things, but they all sort of say something.
Okay, well then, okay.
I have to say, I had the chance of only watching the first episode of Motive, which premieres this Sunday right after the Super Bowl on CTV, and I think that everyone's needs to watch this because it's a whole different kind of crime drama. I'm answering the question for you.
No, go. You're absolutely
most
right.
sort
I'm
of,
so happy.
we want to know who done it. But I love that this one kind of tells us already, and then we can try and figure out the why.
Yeah,
hence the word motive.
Yes, and it's a why done it because you meet the killer, you meet the victim, but you don't know how their paths cross, right? Which is kind of fun and something really different. So
now you've done a couple other crime shows before and stuff. How does this one sort of stand out to you? Why did you jump on board to Motive?
I like the different take on it. The usual sort of procedural was getting a little bit boring, so this was really fresh and new, and I loved my character. In fact, I love all the characters on the show. We're all kind of unique people, so I like that.
And for those that haven't had the chance to check out any previews online or anything, your character, you're more like the medical examiner kind of thing.
Yes.
But very flirty too.
Yes, she's quite spicy, Dr. Betty. Definitely, I think, has a very active nightlife. My joke is that she knows every fireman by first name. And she has a good sense of humor, but she's also really good at her job. So she's cool.
One thing that I loved about this show, and I'm obsessed with crime dramas.
Okay.
Seriously, I would date Mariska Hargitay if I could.
Oh, most people would.
Right? But one thing I love about you in this show is that it's really relatable because your character or the detective's character, you're on your second, just finished with your second husband.
Yeah.
The other detectives, she drives a crappy car and has a troubled teen. So it's really relatable too. And nobody's rich in this, and that's how it is in real life.
Absolutely. We're all just like little pieces of life in a way. And that's why I think the characters are so cool. And plus, the actors who play the characters, it's a great cast. I mean, Kristen's fantastic as Detective Angie Baker. She's our number one. That's what, she's our lead. And Louis Ferreira, people know him and know his work, and he's great in this too. And Roger Cross, Brendan Penny, it's really good.
Now, filmed in Vancouver.
Yes.
How's it like filming in Canada or Vancouver? I mean, that's kind of fun.
Well, Vancouver's a beautiful city. I live in Toronto, so it's kind of fun because that's my commute. I commute every week. And Air Canada is like my bus or my subway.
Better food on that subway.
Well, but the only thing is they never change the meals. It's been the same meal all season. I'm kind of like,
why don't
at
you
least
tweet
I get
them?
one.
Tweet them. They answer tweets. They've answered my tweets. You should tweet them.
Really? I should tweet them and say, why don't I mean, come on.
Mix up the menu a little bit.
Yeah, and then I'm lucky enough that I fly in business class, but I'm always buying pizza and Twizzlers from the coach class.
That gets a bit expensive.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I remember the good old days when you just got food. Everybody got food. It was nice.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this as well, since you are the medical examiner on Motive. It may be a silly question, but why not? Has it changed your view on sort of dead bodies? Have you ever had the chance to actually ever see one in real life? Because you're examining them in the show.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I went to a real morgue and did all of that, and I was a little bit weak at the knees at first because I'd only seen one dead body at a viewing in my life. It's not something that most people do all the time. And after I sort of got used to it, it was fascinating. Because what they do, they're really scientists or detectives, and their bodies are their crime scenes, and you sort of separate the fact that that's a person because somehow it doesn't really seem like a person.
Can we say who the first dead body is that you examine in Motive in the first episode? Is that out there? Can we mention?
That singing star, teen heartthrob guy? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but who's stopping you?
Okay. We'll hint at it. Okay. Tune in if you're a fan of boy bands from the 90s who are known for, acronyms? Is that the word?
Yeah, I guess Acronyms, yeah.
That's
and
an
he's
acronym.
like a cutie, and he does sing.
And they're
in the
going on
episode.
tour soon.
Yes, and he does sing in the episode, and he's also nude on my table by the end of the episode.
Lucky you. Let me ask you this as well. Do people still recognize you when you're walking around Vancouver or in Toronto for Dumb and Dumber?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. People.
How fantastic
You know,
is that?
it's kind of funny because it's most of the time with my voice. As soon as they hear me talking, there's something about my voice, I think.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Has there ever been any talk of maybe a Dumb and Dumber reunion?
Well, I think they're going to make a sequel if they get a script that Jeff and Jim like. I'm not sure that Mary Swanson will be there because that would be a little weird. She was like the story of that first one, but it would be fun if she was. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Has that ever come up before? Have you been asked that? Have you guys ever joked around about it?
Well, no, not really, but I just know that there is something in the works now, so we'll see if that really happens.
Okay, so let's end on this.
Okay.
Why should people tune into Motive this Sunday right after the Super Bowl? I think it's so good.
Yeah, because it's a really good show, and I think Canadians are going to be stoked that they put this show out, and it's slick and cool, and it's a twist on a normal crime show.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Such a fun time meeting you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Great to be here, and I just love that headgear.
Thank you so much.
The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.